So hello guys, welcome to the 8th lecture of this chapter. In the previous lecture we saw what is elimination method and how to do elimination method on pair of linear equations in two variable. Now in this lecture we are going to go ahead and solve the exercise 3.4, right? Just a minute guys. Excuse me. So we are going to solve exercise 3.4 guys. So exercise 3.4 says solve the following pair of linear equations by substitution method and by elimination method. Okay, so these four questions they have given us guys. We have to solve this pair of linear equation using both guys, elimination method and substitution method. So now we are studying the elimination method, right? The previous lecture and then this lecture, but also before that lecture we studied substitution method. So they are telling us to do by that method as well, so that it will be like a practice for you people, right? So let's dive into the questions. Let's see the first sub question guys. Right, these are the four sub questions. I have written it in the left side. Here we'll solve it one by one. Done. So let's write these questions here again. X plus y equal to 5 and 2x minus 3y equal to 4. Done. That's equation 1 and equation 2. Now first let's solve using the elimination method. Okay, yeah, first we'll use the elimination method because first they have given us the elimination and then the substitution method. So in elimination method what you're going to do, you're going to eliminate one variable, right? So which variable let's eliminate? First let's decide that. So I'll decide that we'll eliminate x variable first, because here it is only 2, right? So if you multiply into 2, this x will become 2x. So if both are same number, we can eliminate by subtracting it, right? If both the terms are same, we can subtract it and eliminate that entire x term and then find the value of y, and then we can find the value of x by substituting the value of y which we found, right? So first we'll multiply, the first step is into 2 will do. So this will become equal to 2x plus 2y, right? Because you're multiplying all the terms of that equation into 2, right? So it's going to become 2x plus 2y equal to 10, and the second equation will become, it will remain the same because you're multiplying into 2, or you are leaving it as it is. So 2x, so don't get confused guys. So if you're multiplying by 1, that's nothing but you're leaving the equation as it is. So even if you're not multiplying by anything, which means you're leaving the equation as it is, it becomes 2x minus 3y equal to 4, right? Now let me do the subtraction, because only then both the same terms will get cancelled, right? So I'll do the subtraction. If it is plus, it's minus, and if it's minus, it's plus, and if it is not plus, it is minus, right? So 2x and minus 2x gets cancelled, plus 2y plus 3y becomes equal to 5y, and then 10 minus 4 becomes equal to 6, which means y becomes equal to 6 by 5, right? Done. Now what we'll do, now we should find the value of x by substituting. Let's put this value in the equation 1 and find the value of x, right? I'll put this value, putting this value in, here you have to write the explanation, putting this value in equation 1, this value in equation 1. When you put in equation 1, what it becomes, x plus 6 by 5 equal to 5. Now we have to find the value of x. Let's take the numerical terms other side. X equal to 5 minus 6 by 5, which means x equal to, taking LCM as 1, it becomes 25 minus 6 by 5. 25 minus 6 by 5, which is nothing but equal to 19 by 5. So this is the value of x and this is the value of y. Correct? Yeah guys. So this is the value of x and y. Done. So we solved this using the elimination method. Now let's go to the substitution method and solve it, and let's check whether we are going to get the same value of x and y. Now how can you verify this, whether the x and y value which you got is correct? We have to substitute it in the equations again and then verify we are getting the RHS. We'll substitute this value of x and y in the LHS, in the variable places, and then we have to check whether we are going to get the RHS, whether the LHS is going to be equal to RHS. If it is going to be equal, which means the solutions which we found for the value x and y are going to be correct, right? That's it guys. If you want to verify, let's verify it orally guys. I'm not going to write it down. So 6 by 5 in place of y plus 19 by 5, it will become equal to 6 plus 19, because the denominator is same. It will become 25 by 5, which will become equal to 5. That will be equation 1 verified. Let's verify with the equation 2 as well. In place of x, if you put 2 into 19 by 5, which means 38 by 5. Okay, I'll write it here. 38 by 5. Right, minus 3 into y, 3 into 6 by 5. Right, so it will become minus 18 by 5. Correct. Whether is it equal to 4, you have to check. Yeah, it is equal to 4, because 38 by 5 minus 18 by 5 is nothing but equal to 38 minus 18 is 20 by 5, which is nothing but equal to 4. Hence verified, right? Getting it? Now I'll rub it off. Getting it? So we also verified the value of x and y. So this was from elimination method. Elimination method means we are going to completely eliminate one variable. Now let's go to the we'll solve the same equation with the substitution method, right? Shall I solve here itself or shall I rub this off? We'll do one thing, guys. I'll rub this off, right? So I'll move aside now. You can take the screenshot. Right, okay. Now I'll rub this. Just a minute, guys. Yeah, got it. I'll keep these two equations as it is, because we are going to solve it for these two equations itself. This was by elimination method. I hope you people are clear with the elimination method. You have to basically eliminate one variable, that is one term with one variable, be it x or be it y. You have to just eliminate it. To eliminate it, you have to multiply with such numbers that both the numbers, both the terms in both the equation, at least one term in both the equation is going to come. Correct. One term in both the equation is going to be same. So then you can subtract it, right? Then it will get eliminated. That's one step, guys. Always remember that. Keep practicing it. Right. Now let's go to the substitution method. Now we are solving the same equation for substitution method. In substitution method, what you are doing, you are taking the value of one variable in terms of other variable and the numbers left out with the constant terms, and then plugging in that value in the second equation, and then finding the value of the one variable, and then substituting it back into any of these two equations to get the value of other variable as well, right? I think it's tough to get. You might not get when I say this orally, because I have practiced so many times right from my school days, so I know it. So it might be a bit tough for you people initially. You will get habituated. When I solve, you will get to know easily. Okay, so don't worry if you are not able to understand, right? So first equation, we'll do one thing. First equation, I'll write x in terms of y, that is, it will become 5 minus y, correct? Now value of x is 5 minus y. This value you are going to put it in the equation 2, which we got from the first equation, right? This I'm going to put in equation 2. Getting it? 2, this whole thing I'm going to put it here, because this is the value of x, right? Minus 3y equal to 4. Done. Now I'll expand it. 2 into 5 is 10, minus 2y minus 3y equal to 4, right? This will become 10 minus 5y equal to 4, right? Now let's do one thing. I'll take the y term the other side and bring 4 towards the left. It will become 10 minus 4 plus 4 will become minus 4 when it comes left side. It will become equal to 6, equal to minus 5y will become equal to plus 5y. Then value of y will be equal to 6 by 5, correct? Done. We got the value of y now. Now let's find the value of x, right? Yeah, that's it, guys. This was, you found the value of y, right? Now if you replace this value of y in this equation, you will get the value of x, right? Correct. Now we will find the value of x plus y equal to 5. In any of these two equations, if you put the value of y, you are going to get the value of x. As simple as that. X plus 6 by 5 equal to 5, right? So the value of x is going to be equal to 5 minus 6 by 5, which will be equal to 5 into 5 is 25. 25 minus 6 is 19 by 5. I took the LCM orally, so it's nothing tough, guys. 5 into 5 is 25, minus 6 is 19 by 5. So value of x is 19 by 5 and the value of y is 6 by 5 which you got from here, right? Done. So the value of x and y, you got it finally. So this was by substitution method, right? That's it guys. We solved sub question 1 of the first question of the exercise 3.1 using both the methods. Now I'll move aside, you can take the screenshot. So guys, in case you people had forgotten how to do by substitution method, let me give a small recap of what I did. Done. So they would have given you two equations. You have to write the value of one variable in terms of other variable and the number present. If you see in the first question what I did, I wrote the value of x, that is the value of one variable, in terms of other variable, which is y variable, right? There are two variables in the equation. In terms of other variable and the number present, I wrote it like this. And this value we are going to substitute in the other equation, not from this equation, from which we got the value of x. We are going to substitute in the other equation of the pair. Among those two pair, the other equation is this one, right? We are going to substitute this value in the place of that x. So we are going to get 2 into this x minus 3y equal to 4. Done. Now if you expand this, you are going to get the entire equation in terms of y, because already x you expressed in the term of y, which means when you plug it in the second equation also, in place of x, there won't be, the x is, what is that, in a way you can say it eliminated, okay, but it is substitution, but in a way you can say it got eliminated, right, from the equation. And then, but don't get confused, right? This is not elimination method. When you're substituting, it is called as substitution method. In the process it's getting eliminated, that's it. But that is completely but the first method, which is our elimination method, is completely eliminating it, right? So after that, when you expand this, you are getting equations like this. Then you are finally getting the value of one variable. Among those two variable, one variable's value you are getting, that is the value of y. And then what you do, and then it's easy, right? You have to put the value of y in any of these two equations and then find the value of x, right? If you put the value of y in any of these two equations, automatically you're going to get the value of x. So finally you'll get the value of x and y, which they are going to ask you in the question, right? That's it, right? As simple as that, guys. In all these four questions, we are going to do the same thing. There's no difference at all. Only the questions are different. Method and the approach is going to be completely same, right? Now let's go to the second sub question. I hope all of you got it, guys. Done. So this one is over. So now let's go to the second sub question. I'll write the second sub question here, guys. 3x plus 4y equal to 10 and 2x minus 2y equal to 2. Now first method is elimination. As I said you, in elimination, what should happen? The value of any term should become same. Getting it? If it is 4y, even this one should become 4y. If it is 3x, even this one should become 3x, because only then it will be easy to eliminate that by subtracting or adding it, right? So if you see here it is 2 and 3. So by what number we will multiply 2 to get 3? It will be like something like 2 by 3, I mean 3 by 2. Correct? You can't multiply by fraction, right? You can, but the question will become complicated. But instead, a simple solution is, if you multiply this entire equation into 2, what will happen? This will become 4y. So here there is plus 4y and here it is minus 4y. If you add them up, it will get cancelled. That's what you're going to do. That's what you are supposed to do in elimination method, right? You want to cancel one variable, one term with that variable, right? So what you will do, let's consider this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. This is the thing which you have to learn, guys. After seeing the equation itself, you should get to know from what number if you multiply, it will be easy for you people to solve. If you see here, if you multiply into 2, this will become 4y, right? Plus 4y and minus 4y will get cancelled. So it is obvious that you have to multiply equation 2 into 2. That time what will happen? It will become 4y. Now I'll rewrite both the equations here, guys. So equation 1 it is as it is. We are not multiplying it by any number. Equation 2 will become equal to 4x minus 4y equal to 4. Now if you see, we are going to add these two equations, because when we add this up, plus 4y and minus 4y will get cancelled up. And then what will happen? 4x plus 3x will give us 7x. And here if you add it up, it will become 14, right? 10 plus 4. So 7x equal to 14, which means x equal to 14 by 7, which is nothing but equal to 2. Right. Now if you put the value of 2 in any of these two equations, you will get the value of y automatically. Right. So let me put this value of x in equation 1. Putting this value of x in equation 1, you have to write it here, guys. Putting this value of x in equation 1 and then getting the value of y. These are the explanations which you have to write in your exam. Since I am not writing it to save some time, and it's something which is obvious, so I will narrate it orally, but you have to write it, right? In the last question I had written it similarly. Done. So value of x, will place it in equation 1. It will become 3 into, in place of x we are placing 2 plus 4y equal to 10. So this becomes 6 plus 4y equal to 10. So 4y equal to 10 minus 6. When 6 goes right side, what will happen? It will become 4y equal to 10 minus 6, which will become equal to 4. So y will become equal to 4 by 4, nothing but equal to 1. So the value of x we got as 2 and the value of y we got as 1. So found the answer. Done. If you want to verify this, we'll substitute both the values x and y in the equation and see if LHS is coming out to be equal to RHS. If LHS comes out to be RHS, which means equation is verified and the answer which we got is correct. Right. Verification step, I'll do it here. Verification. Right. Now I'll substitute the value of x and y in first equation. Okay. Since, yeah, correct, x value is 2 and y value is 1. So it becomes 3 into 2 is 6 and plus 4 into 1 is 4. 6 plus 1 is 10. So LHS we are going to get as RHS, which means it is verified. Right. With the second equation also, let's verify it. In place of x you are going to put 2 and in place of y you are going to put 1. 2 into 2 minus 2 into 1, which is nothing but equal to 4 minus 2 is nothing but equal to 2. Here if you see, you are going to get in RHS also 2, which means the second equation is also verified. Verification process is over. Done. So it's absolutely correct. So second sub question we did from elimination method. So I'll move aside. Now you can take the screenshot, guys. The same question now we are going to do with substitution method. Right. I won't rub the question because we're going to do the same question. I'll just rub this off. So guys, which method do you people find it easy? Whether it's the substitution method or elimination method. For each people, for somebody might find substitution method as easy and somebody else might find elimination method to be easy. So I personally used to find during my 10th standard, during my school days, I used to personally feel that elimination method is much easier. And there's one more thing, guys. There isn't like for few questions substitution method is going to be easier and for few questions elimination method is going to be easier, and then in further lectures you are going to study another method called as cross multiplication method. In few questions that is going to be easier to solve, right? So the purpose of learning all this method is that whenever you approach any question, you can apply any of these question and solve it, right? But in your exam, if they give you specifically to solve using substitution or elimination method like this, you have to use that particular method itself. But in general, I'm telling, whenever you want to solve any question, in general, when you are doing some practice or in real life, if you want to find the solution of some problems like this, you can use any of the three methods, right? And then find it out. So each method is going to, all the methods are equally good, guys, right? It depends upon the question which we are going to approach. For few questions, few method will be extremely easy. For example, in elimination method, it will get easily eliminated for few questions. For few questions, it might not get eliminated, but using substitution method might be fruitful for such questions. So it depends from question to question. But whenever they are mentioned, specifically you have to do specific method itself. Remember that thing, guys. Don't do in some other method and lose marks, right? Now let's do it by substitution method. Right, in substitution method, you have to express one variable in terms of other variables, right? So I'll express x in terms of y from this equation. I'll do one thing, guys. I'll take equation 2 first and I'll divide by 2. You can do this thing, guys. If your equation is divisible by if all the terms in the equation is divisible by a common number, then you can divide all the terms with that common number. If you see here, all the three terms is divisible by 2. So first what I'll do, equation 2 I'll divide by 2. This you should write it out. That you should write it this if you're doing an exam, dividing equation 2 by 2. Getting it? Now if you divide equation 2 by 2, you will get as x minus y equal to 1. Correct? So x will become equal to y plus 1. The value of x is going to be equal to y plus 1. Now this value of x you are going to substitute in equation 1. Getting it? Because that's what is substitution method, right? You're going to substitute one value in terms of other variable in the other equation. So I'll substitute, you have to write it here. Substituting in equation 1. Substituting. I'm writing in short form guys, but when you copy down, write it in full form. As well as an exam, you have to write it in full marks, full form, or else you might end up losing the marks. Substituting in equation 1. What will happen? 3 into x values y plus 1 and then plus 4y equal to 10. Now let's open it up. It becomes 3y plus 3 plus 4y equal to 10. This becomes equal to 7y plus 3 equal to 10. So this will become equal to 7y equal to 10 minus 3, which will become equal to 7, which means 7y equal to 7, which means y will become equal to 7 by 7, nothing but equal to 1. That's it. Finally we found the value of y. Now this value of y you can substitute in any of these two equations and find the value of x guys. As simple as that, right? Now I'll substitute this value of y in equation 2 and find the value of x. 2x minus 2 into y, which is 1, equal to 2. So 2x minus 2 equal to 2. So 2x equal to 2 plus 2, 4. X equal to 4 by 2. It is 2. So y value is 1 and x value is 2. It is same as that we got in the previous method in elimination. In that method itself, we did the verification by substituting. So there's no need to do it again. We got the same value, means it's going to be absolutely correct, right? The second sub question is also over from both the methods, right? Now I'll move aside. You can take the screenshot. After that we can go to the third sub question. Done. Took the screenshot. Yeah. Make sure that you people keep practicing guys. It's very important to practice marks as much as possible, or else you might end up forgetting the concepts. And also the more you practice, the less error you are going to do in the exam. In marks, see, always some mistake will happen, right? Some silly mistake you'll end up doing. The more you practice, the less is going to be the silly mistakes, right? You can also completely avoid the silly mistakes if you practice many times. Now let's go to the third sub question, right? I'll write this sub question over here. Done. Now if you see in this question guys, the thing is, here in the first question all the terms are in one side and 0 is in the RHS. Here if you see 0 is not there in RHS, they have simply equated it. So what we'll do first is that we'll bring all the terms towards LHS, because in the first equation also all the terms are in LHS, and in RHS let's keep only 0, because there should be some symmetry, right, to do the cancellation or substitution. Then it will be easy to do. Like if it is in unsymmetrical form, that is if both are in different pattern, it might be a bit tough to do the steps, right? So first I'll do one thing. I will rewrite this second equation. Rewriting the second equation. First equation we are going to write it as it is. On the second equation I'll rewrite it. So when it comes to the left side, plus 2y becomes minus 2y and plus 7 becomes minus 7 equal to 0, right? Now we have to do the elimination method. So in elimination method, what we are doing guys, we have to make at least one term with the variable same in both the equations so that we can cancel them up, right? We have to make either 9y, if there is 9x here, we have to somehow make 9x here also, or if it is 2y here and 5y here, we have to somehow make it 5y here also, so that we can cancel by addition or subtraction, that we'll see later and do accordingly, right? So what you have to do, you have to multiply this equation 1, so we'll write this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. Now if you see, if I multiply equation 1 into 3, what will happen? Even this will be 9x and this also will become equal to 9x, right? then we can easily cancel it out, right? So after multiplying this entire equation with into 3, this will become equal to 9x minus 15y minus 12 equal to 0. This became the first equation like this, and the second equation will become like 9x. It's going to be as it is, right? Now what we have to do, now if both are in same sign, we have to subtract it. If both are in opposite side, we have to add it, because that time it will get cancelled up. That's why I said we have to do it accordingly after making the term same. You seeing the sign, we have to do it. So when both the terms came same and both the terms have the same sign, that is both have plus here, right? So we have to subtract it. If it has opposite sign, we have to add it. Remember this thing, guys. That's when it's going to get cancelled up. That's the reason behind it. So plus 9x and minus 9x will get cancelled up. And then here what we are going to do, here it's going to become plus. And here also it's going to become plus. When you are subtracting, you have to change the signs, right? You have to change the signs. Don't forget these concepts, guys. These are very basic concepts. That's very important, right? These are the small things where you might end up doing wrong in your exams. So this will become minus 15y plus 2y, which is nothing but equal to minus 13y. And here it becomes equal to minus 12 plus 7 will become equal to minus 5 equal to 0. So here we will take the numerical part, other side it will become like minus 13y equal to 5. Then y will become equal to 5 by minus 13. Right, so this is the value of y. Now this value of y will substitute in any of these two equations, will get the value of x. Right, I'll do the substitution part here. So which method we are following now, guys? We are doing the elimination method only. Don't get confused. This is the elimination method we are doing now. Right, because you are getting it cancelled. In elimination only we are doing this cancelling and subtraction or addition step. In substitution we are going to just substitute the values, right? So now we are finally going to substitute it. Don't take it as substitution method. Don't think like that. We are going to substitute this value of y in any of these two equations to get the value of x. So I'll substitute this value of y in equation 1. So it will become 3x minus 5 into, in place of y I am going to substitute minus 5 by 13 minus 4 equal to 0. This is the equation, right? Now if I simplify this, it becomes like 3x. Minus into minus becomes plus. So it becomes plus 25 by 13 minus 4 equal to 0. Right. Now what we'll do, we'll keep the variable terms one side and all the numerical terms other side. So let's keep 3x this side and all the numerical terms we are going to take it right after 0. It will become like 4 minus 25 by 13. Right, plus minus 4 will become plus 4 and plus 25 by 13 will become minus 25 by 13. Now what you will do, now you will take the LCM and multiply this into 13. So 13 into 4 is 26, 52. So it becomes 52 minus 25 by 13, the value of 3x. Right, so 52 minus 25 is 27. It becomes like 27 by 13 equal to 3x, right? 3x equal to 27 by 13. So what will be the value of x? X will be 27 by 13 into 3. This 3 will come down. So 3 ones is 3 and 3 nines is 27. Right? So x will become equal to 9 by 13 finally. Getting it? And the value of y we got as minus 5 by 13. If minus is below the bar or above the bar, that is whether it's in numerator or denominator, you are going to call it as minus 5 by 13 itself, and that one is 9 by 13. Done, guys. We got the values of x and y. If you want to do the verification step, you have to substitute. At last you have to do verification step, even if they are not mentioning in the question, at least for your own goodness, so that you will get a satisfaction that finally the question we have done is correct. In your exam itself, it won't take much time, right? It will take something like 1 minute, that's it. So you are going to substitute it back into the equations and check it up once whether it's the LHS is going to come as RHS for your own goodness, for your own good sake. That's it, guys. Here I'm not doing the verification step because I'm not having much space. Okay, I'll do it over there. Okay, fine. We'll do the verification step. Let's take this equation 3 into x value. X value is 9 by 13, right? And the value of y is minus 5. Y is minus 5 by 13, and then minus 4. Right, now we have to get this value as 0, because in RHS you are going to get 0, which means in LHS also you have to get it 0. So it will become like 9 into 3 is 27 by 13, minus into minus becomes plus 25 by 13, minus 4. Oh, you're not getting 0, I guess. It's weird. How is this possible? Because there you will get 27 by 13 plus 25 by 13 minus 4. No guys, you are going to get minus 4. I mean, you are going to get 0, because if you take the denominator is same, right? So it's going to be 13 itself. 27 plus 25 is 54. What am I saying? 52. So 52 by 13 is nothing but equal to 4. So 4, this is 4, right? 1za, and this is 4za. This comes to be 4, and here this minus 4, which means equal to 0. Correct. So verification done. Getting the thing, guys. So in the same way, if you substitute both the values in this equation, in second equation also, you are going to get RHS as 0. So you can verify it by yourself, guys. I'll give it as a small homework for you. I mean, like a small work for you. That's it, guys, since I don't have much space in the board. Now we are done with the elimination method of the third sub question. Now next let's go to the substitution method for the same third sub question. Now I'll move aside, you can take the screenshot. Done with the screenshot. Yeah guys, I hope it's done. Now let's go to I'll rub all these parts. Let this part be here itself, right? Then now let's go to the second method of solving the same question. That's by substitution method, right? I'll rub this elimination part here. Let's eliminate the elimination itself. Done. Now we are going to for substitution. So these are the two equations, right? Now we have to substitute one value in the terms of other value. That's it, guys. It's the same thing. I think I'm like a tape recorder. I'm saying the same thing again and again. I guess by now you people are quite thorough with it. So I'll directly go to the solution, right? I'll directly go to the steps. In this equation, I'll take this equation, guys. I'll take the first equation and write the x in terms of y and other variable. So I'll keep 3x one side and all other things other side. It becomes 5y plus 4. And x will become equal to 5y plus 4 by 3. Right, now this value of x we are going to substitute in equation 2 because we got this value from equation 1. Right, it will become equal to 9 into 5y plus 4 by 3, because this is the value of x, 9x minus 2y minus 7. Right, from this we'll get the value of y. Correct. Now let's start expanding it, guys. So 3 1s are 3 3s are. We'll cancel it here itself for simplification. And then now we will multiply it. 3 into 5y is 15y. Plus 3 into 4 is 12. Minus 2y minus 7 equal to 0. Right. So 15y minus 2y is 13y. 13y. And then 12 minus 7 is 5. Plus 5 equal to 0. Now if you find the value of y from here, y is going to be equal to, when 5 goes other side it will become minus 5, so it will become minus 5 by 13. If you see in the previous method, that is by elimination also, we got y value as 5 by 13, which means we are going in the right path. Right, now let's substitute this value of y in any of these two equations and find the value of x. Let's substitute in the first equation. In first equation it is like 3x minus 5y minus 4 equal to 0, right? In place of y we are going to substitute it here. 3x minus 5, and y value is minus 13 by 5. I mean minus minus 5 by 13. Minus 4 equal to 0. Right. Now it's going to be 3x. Minus into minus is plus 25 by 13. Minus 4 equal to 0. From this we are going to get the value of x. First let's take the LCM here. 3 into 4 is, we are going to multiply the 4 with 13. So 3x plus 25. Here it's going to become minus 13 into 4 is 13, 26, 52 by 13 equal to 0. So here 3x will become equal to, here what will happen? 3x plus, it will become minus 27 by 13 equal to 0, which means we'll take this term other side, correct? We'll take this constant term other side. It will become 3x equal to 27, minus will become plus by 13. So x will become equal to 27 by 3 into 13. So 3 1s are 3 9s are. It will become equal to 9 by 13. The value of x we got as 9 by 13. If you see the value of x is 9 by 13 and the value of y is minus 5 by 13, which means it is same, guys. Same as the previous step which we did for the same question, which means it's correct. So this was the substitution method, guys. So what did we do? We first wrote the value of x in terms of y from the equation 1, correct? And then this value is substituted in equation 2, correct? In place of x we substituted this whole value in equation 2. Then we did all the steps and then we simplified it to get the value of y. Okay, here only we got the value of y after simplification. Then this y value you can put in any of these two equations after getting one value, right? After getting one value, either x or y, after solving generally any pair of linear equation in two variable, you can put it in any of these two equations, 1 or 2, and then you will be getting the other value automatically. And then the last step is verification step, as I said you. But in the same question for the elimination method, we did the verification of both the x and y, which means for this also it's going to be correct only because it's the same, right? That's it, guys. So the third sub question is over. Now I'll move aside. You can take the screenshot. After this we can go to the fourth sub question. Done. So I'll start rubbing now. So we are going to the last sub question of this first question now, right? Now let's go to the fourth sub question, that is this one, right? I'll write it down here first. So in this question what we have to do is, it is in fractional form, guys. So solving a equation in fractional form is not a really good idea. So what we'll do is, first we will make this fractional form into a normal form, right, without fractions. To eliminate that, what is the step? That is LCM. You have to take the LCM and do it in the, reduce it, right? So first equation, if you take the LCM, what will happen? You have to multiply this into 3 and this term into 2. That time what will happen? This will become equal to 3x plus 2y into 2 is 4y by 6 equal to minus 1, right? Now this will become like 3x plus 4y, you are going to multiply, this is 1 here, you are going to cross multiply, right? 1 into this term gives us this term itself. Now you are going to multiply 6 into minus 1, which will give us minus 6, right? This is the equation 1. So now we are going to take the LCM for equation 2. This is 1, which means you are going to multiply this into 3 and this into 1, so it is going to become equal to 3x by 1, by 3, this whole by 3, because LCM we took as 3, and this is minus 1 equal to 3. Here if you simplify this, what will happen? You are going to multiply this into 3, crisscross method, cross multiplication. It's going to become equal to 3x minus y equal to 9. This is the equation 2. Done. So finally we reduced the fractional form into the simpler forms. So I'll do one thing, guys. Now I'll rub this whole thing and write it. Only I'll write these two equations. So before I rub, you can take the screenshot of how we came into the simpler forms. Done. I'll rub it now. So except these two equations, I'll rub this, all other things. I'll write these two equations over here. Right, I'll rub these two also. Now this is the equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now what we are going to do is, we'll do first by elimination method. That's what they asked us, right? First elimination method. I'll do it by elimination method first. So what we do, we have to bring both the terms, any one term in the two equations of same term we should bring. If you see, it's already in the same term in this equation, so they have made our work much simpler, right? So what we are going to do is, we are just going to subtract it. If both are in the same number, we are just going to subtract it. Just a minute, guys, let me put some ink into the marker. Right, so they have given both the terms as almost, it is same, so it is easy to eliminate it. We have to just subtract, since both is in plus, both are positive, right? So we will subtract it. If you subtract it, what happens? It will get cancelled up, and this you have to do minus. If it is minus, you have to do it plus, and if it is plus, you have to do it minus. This will become equal to 5y, and this will become equal to minus 6 minus 9 is minus 15. So y will become equal to minus 15 by 5. It will become equal to minus 3. Correct. The value of y will become equal to minus 3. Just a minute, guys. I'm getting few messages. Okay. So value of y is, we got as minus 3. Done. See here, guys, just in two steps we got the value, because we didn't do the multiplication step, making the two terms equal, because they already gave us two terms equal. We just did the subtraction part. So y become equal to minus 3. Now let's substitute this value of y in any of these two equations to get the value of x. So I'll put it in equation 2, because there's only one y term and it looks a little simple to get the value of x. So here you are going to putting this value of y in equation 2, right? That time what it will happen? It will become like 3x minus of minus 3. Getting it? This is the value of y, right? Minus of minus 3 equal to 9. That time what will happen? 3x plus 3 equal to 9. 3x equal to 6. So x becomes equal to 6 by 3, which is nothing but equal to 2. Now we have to find the value of y. How will you find the value of y? By putting the value of x in any of these two equations. Let me put in equation 2, right? So putting this value of x in, again you have to write here. So I'm not going to write here. I'm writing it always, right? So by now you would have been practiced with it. Here going to write, here you are going to write, putting this value of x in equation 2. What will happen? It will become 3x minus y equal to 9, right? In place of x you are going to put 2 minus y equal to 9. So it will become 6 minus y equal to 9, which means minus y equal to 3, right? When 6 goes other side, it will become minus 6. So 9 minus 6 becomes equal to 3. So y becomes equal to minus 3, right? That's it, guys. We got the value of x and we also got the value of y. If you want, we can verify this. So let me do the verification step here, right? Verification. I'll verify with the equation 1 first. In place of x and y, I'll put the values. We have to get the RHS after putting the LHS. So what's the value of x? X we got as 2, right? And the value of y we got as minus 3. It becomes 6 plus minus 12. It becomes 6 plus, this whole term become minus 12. So 6 plus minus 12 is nothing but equal to minus 6, right? So we got the RHS, which means LHS is equal to RHS. So hence verified with first equation. This was verification with first equation. Now let's go ahead and verify with the second equation. In second equation it is 3x minus y equal to 9. So in place of x we are going to put the value 2, and in place of y we are going to put the value minus 3. We should see that we should get 9. So it is 6, right? 3 into 2 is 6. Minus of minus 3 is plus 3. 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. Hence we got the RHS. Here also it is verified. So we also verified the question. Now this was from elimination method. We eliminated the value x here. With only y we found the value of y. Correct. And then this value of y we put in equation 2. See, there we wrote the explanation as well. Putting in equation 2 we got the value of x. After getting the value of x, what we did? Oh, okay, we already found the value of x, so that step was unnecessary, that was not required at all, so I didn't see it, okay. Because we got the value of y here itself, right? Again I put in the equation, again I found the value of y after already getting the value of y. Again I put the value of x, it became like a loop I did, so there's no need to do this step, guys. We already found both the values, right? Here itself you could have stopped it here. Right, since this question is, it became in a lesser steps, right? So I ended up doing something which is not required actually, right? These two things we did, we found the value of x and y. And then after finding the x and y value, the only step left is verification. That also we did. So this question is, that's it, guys. These 2 steps and the verification. 3 steps totally. Correct, that's how they are given in your NCERT textbook as well. So I'll move aside, you can take the screenshot. After this we'll go to the substitution method. We'll solve the same question with substitution method. Done. Shall I rub this now? Right, now let's do a substitution. Okay, we'll eliminate this elimination as well. Right, we'll write it now. We'll be doing with substitution method. Right, now we'll substitute one value in terms of other value. So here if you see substituting y it's just y, right? So it will be easy to find the value of y in terms of other variable. So let's do one thing. Let's take y other side and bring 9 this side. It will become 3x minus 9 equal to y. Getting it? Now this value of y which we got, we are going to substitute in equation 1. This we got from equation 2. We'll substitute it in equation 1. If you substitute in equation 1, you have to write it here. Substituting it in equation 1. Substituting value of y in equation 1, correct? If you substitute in equation 1, what it happens? It becomes 3x plus 4 into 3x minus 9 equal to minus 6. Right, now let's start expanding this. 3x plus 12x minus 36 equal to minus 6. So this becomes equal to 15x. Minus 36 plus 6. If you take 36 other side, what it happens? It will become plus 36. So plus 36 minus 6 becomes equal to 30. Here x value you will get as x equal to 30 by 15. So 30 by 15 is nothing but equal to 2, right? Done. We got the value of x finally. Now what we'll do, we'll substitute this value of x in any of the two equations and find the value of y. So I'll write it here itself, substituting this in equation 2. Substituting this value of x in equation 2. If you substitute 2 in equation 2, it becomes 3 into 2 minus y equal to 9. So this becomes equal to 6, right? 6 minus y equal to 9. So minus y becomes equal to minus, no, it becomes equal to 3, which means y becomes equal to minus 3, right? We got y as minus 3 and the value of x we got as 2. So that's the final solution, guys. Now let's cross verify this. That is, we'll do the verification step. In verification, what do? You put the value of x and y back to the equation and check whether if LHS comes out to be equal to RHS, right? So x value will put as 2 here and y value we are going to put as minus 3 here. So it becomes equal to 6. 6 plus of minus 12. We are going to get as minus 6, right? So actually there is no need to do the verification because in elimination method only we did the verification when we got both the x and y value as same. Okay, but still we'll do it once. So it become minus 6, which means it is verified. So we'll again verify it with other equation as well. 3 into 2 minus of minus 3. So it becomes equal to 6. Minus of minus 3 is plus 3. So it becomes 6 plus 3 equal to 9. See here, if you see, it's 9. So even this step is verified. Done. So both the questions we have completed, guys. I mean both the methods we completed under the fourth sub question. So all the 4 sub question we did it of first equation. I mean first question, main question of the exercise. So now let's go to the next question, right? Now I'll move aside, you can take the screenshot, guys.